Larping Taken Too Far, which is obviously about Technolarp. All I know is that if his dad said, don't do that, don't do that. But I feel like it probably shouldn't have even gotten to that point in the first place. But let's get into the video.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing?
I'm good.
Because today we're going to be talking about LARPing. This phrase has taken on more derogatory meaning in recent years online, referring to tourists or people pretending to be something that they are not.
Logan Paul. Ugh.
Right? If you're a new fan of something, oh, you're LARPing being a fan of X, right? Oh, you're a LARPer. It isn't so much anymore the fantasy thing of live action role playing, which is the classic, you know, lightning bolt.
That should be the main thing. Is 2005.
That's the LARPing I knew and loved. Going to the Ren Fair, beating the shit out of each other with foam swords. Now it's used as
good
an
days.
insult. I guess it kind of was back then too. While this recent usage of this phrase often refers to people in particular fandoms, it can apply to anyone impersonating something or someone, whether it's being done for money, fame, or a pivot in career. And while being referred to as a LARPer is usually seen as a negative thing, there are many people who embrace the label of LARP, right? I'm proud to be a LARPer. People who miss the old school era of YouTube have begun LARPing as their favorite nostalgia.
Meat Canyon has a LARP, or is that real? Or is that fake? What? Oh, I see a icon. I remember. Is that Leafy is here LARP? Am I wrong? Am I right? What do you LARP? What community do you LARP? I don't think I really LARP anything. You could argue that I LARP anime because I just don't really watch much anymore, but I need to get back into anime.
Personalities even mimicking their older content on channels like Larpbuscus, Larp PewDiePie, and Ray William Larpson. You can see just how hard people are committing to the bit. Uploaders are mimicking everything from their subjects, voices, and their content styles to even their 2000 era thumbnails. One of the biggest channels in the niche right now is Larpaplier, who has reached 180,000 subscribers in as little as 2 months, and it's probably even more now. For the most part, LARPing is completely harmless, with some creators even openly acknowledging their new mini-me's. However, one instance of channel LARPing has begun souring people on the concept as a whole. Technoblade, who was one of the most well-known Minecraft YouTubers around, tragically passed away in 2022 at the young age of 23 after a year-long battle with cancer. One man unfortunately decided it was a good idea to continue the LARPing trend by creating a YouTube channel called Technolarp, where he pretends to be Technoblade and recreates some of his older content. A little tone deaf. And by a little tone deaf, it's just pick anyone else. But
someone alive. I've not seen a single clip from Technolarp, so hopefully he tells us what his content.
Larp received a ton of backlash, especially after he ran a community poll to decide what percentage of the channel's earnings he should keep and how much should be donated to charity, which I'm sure was very well received. How much of this can I keep, but how much do I have to fucking give away?
Poll. How much did I profit off this? How much? This reminds me of didn't Mr. Beast, or was it Elon, did some kind of poll on whether or not they should do something, but they didn't get the answer they wanted, so they just deleted the tweet. Probably Elon, realistically.
How much am I obliged to give away, guys, so you guys won't fucking be mad at me? In the end, Technoblade's father did end up coming to a conclusive answer on how he felt about his son's impersonator. In a post to the community, he asked for the creator to stop the impersonation, mentioning this no longer felt like a one-time tribute to his son, and instead started to feel a little less wholesome, right? It felt a little more like, you're kind of just profiting of what my son built, so could you stop, you know? Well, I said I was going to donate to charity. Is that not enough? Fuck. This whole thing of the LARPing, it's become, I mean, it's a pretty popular trend. I mean,
you have your own LARP.
I have my own LARP. How is it? Let's throw it up here.
I just want to get into the topic of these LARP tubers. Right now, there's a bunch of LARP tubers that seem to be popping up out of seemingly nowhere, and it all seems to be stemming from nostalgia bait.
Well, yeah, let's let the fans decide.
That seems like the way that like the word LARP is being used now really opened up our eyes to, even outside of YouTube, people are pretending to be other people all the time. It's fucking horrifying. One of the quickest ways to get attention as a LARPer in society is to impersonate.
Yeah, people pretending to be celebrities. I forget that one's name. I forget her name. The one who's trying to copy Ariana. I forget what her copycat's name is, but that is kind of crazy how far she has gone with that.
Celebrities.
insane.
He goes outside of just YouTube LARPers, but you know, another big
think
way to
Michael
gain notoriety is just to
Jackson's
LARP
kind
as
of
a
okay
celebrity. Which
to
before
do.
then, I think people would say you're a impersonator, but now
Somewhat.
it's taken on a whole new term with LARPing. Like with my boy Kevin Eckenrod, who bears
Who?
a striking resemblance to the Creed guitarist Mark Tremonti.
Who?
Which is actually, this is right up my alley. It's so sick. People are gonna be like, what? I'm like, I love that. And Kevin is a known scam artist that would often trick people into giving him free things in guise that he was this Creed guitarist. Using his 30 plus aliases to swindle innocent people, he's built a record that boasts a staggering 60 plus arrests. Okay? And while staying at a beach hotel in Florida, he started handing out autographed photos of himself to Creed fans to earn free drinks.
You know what?
Honestly, don't hate the player, hate the game.
Is that illegal?
No, 100%. Yeah, a million %.
Fraud?
If I had a shirt that said Creed and people are like, oh my God, are you the guitarist from Creed? And I didn't answer yes or no. I just went,
What do you think?
can I get you a drink? Sure. Like, you know, like if they're
It's probably not illegal, but it's probably a good way for you to get your ass kicked, I would assume. It's also kind of on the person who's just like, you have a Creed shirt. Are you in Creed? I mean, at that point, I would say yes. Because what a stupid thing to say. Hey, we want to give a quick shout out to our favorite sponsor, Gamer Subs, which we have
Hell
an
yeah.
amazing energy drink called Raw Meat. You need to pick that shit up. I think you'll like it. Back to the video. At one point, he even got a woman to take him back to her hotel. And while they were making out, Kevin reached into her back pocket and stole her credit card. Goddamn, Kevin. you're already getting some pussy. All of a sudden, he's just like... Look at our G-string and shit, but more focused on the MasterCard. Kevin's a little dirty dog, isn't he? Well, swiper, no swipey. For his crimes, he was sentenced to 25 months in prison with a $20,000 bail.
That's not that bad.
Also, to get some pussy, steal a MasterCard, and then just go to the Red Robin next door. You were that close, where she's just like, hey,
That is
can you
ballsy.
take my fucking card? Also, yeah, he's like, babe, that was fucking awesome. Your pussy games got me super wiped. I've got to replenish. I'm gonna get a couple fucking Bloody Marys and a couple Dirty Shirleys, and I'll be right back. Round 2. Comes back for Amex next. Another celebrity LARPing stunt, 29-year-old Dylan Desclose spent a good portion of his life changing his appearance to impersonate Justin Bieber, who probably was 16 at the time. 30 years old, he doesn't even look pretty young. Put a picture of him up. From wearing the same style of clothes to matching his tattoos and mimicking his voice, Dylan put together such a convincing impersonation that he was able to sneak into Las Vegas nightclubs LARPing as Bieber himself. And while performing at the XS nightclub, DJ Griffin was in the middle of his set when his team was informed that Justin Bieber was in the building and willing to perform. Convinced it was the real Justin Bieber, Griffin and hotel staff let Dylan on stage to perform the hit song Sorry. And while the song was being performed, Griffin was hyping him up, shocked that he was sharing a stage with the Biebs himself. During his time in the club, Dylan and his management team racked up $10,000 in a bar tab and paid it on their way out of the door. And once the concert ended, Griffin was informed that the man who performed on stage was actually an impersonator who used the loud music and low lighting to convince staff that he was the real celebrity. He fell for it hook, line, and sinker. And
Really?
afterwards, he mentioned that he did
They
in fact
couldn't tell by the
recall the man
voice
looking
or
noticeably
the
heavier in
looks?
the face than Justin Bieber. Well, now you mention it. He did look a decade older and about 50 or 60 pounds heavier, but I mean, it was a nightclub. In Missouri,
who
a
could
court
tell?
judge was fired from his position because he kept showing up to court dressed as Elvis.
I think it's trying to get a show. Like,
Which, yeah, I mean, it sounds like a guy trying to, bait a showdown. But also, someone has had to approach him and be like, you gotta dress more formal for the occasion, right? Or drunk driving and killing those kids. I'm saying, 20 alive. Hey, guilty. Judge Elvis. Judge Matthew Thornhill was such an obsessive Elvis fan that he admitted to once visiting his home and burial site in Graceland as much as 13 times. What you didn't get on the first go-around, I'll never know. This passion ran so deep that he decided to LARP as a beloved musician in the workplace. And on more than one occasion, he showed up to court wearing an
That is not when he said impersonating Elvis. I did not picture that in my head. Looks just like him. Looks just like Elvis, right, guys? I can't tell the difference. That is Elvis in the flesh. Holy. Wow, that's realistic.
beloved musician in the workplace. And on more than one occasion, he showed up to court wearing an Elvis wig and aviator sunglasses. And during court proceedings, he couldn't help himself from making references to Elvis's music or his death, regardless of how irrelevant they were to the matter at hand. He's like, so I don't know, my landlord just won't pay me. He's like, did you know Elvis died on the toilet?
Did you know that? Hey.
This is so fucking stupid. Litigants would even be given the option of being sworn in while he blasted Elvis music through his phone. What? That's so stupid. Yeah, do you swear? Do you swear to the whole truth, nothing but the truth? So help you God. I do. We're lost in a cloud. We're too much rain. We're trapped in a world that's snuggled with pain. How fucking distract. I mean, what the guards would have to complain if it's like a thing where it's like you want to get married, or like a little like a stupid thing, or it's like very petty cases or whatever. This is, I mean, in Missouri, it's like meth, a murder.
That
very
would
sad
make
things
my
happen in
day if I was in
Missouri.
court and saw that.
Custody, marriage, yeah.
Jesus. Child custody. And... All right. Many thought it was embarrassingly unprofessional, so much so that a committee conducted an investigation and found that he failed to maintain order and decorum in the courtroom. No, motion denied. You better make this quick. But now I kind of want to see it. There's gonna be order in my court. After initially being suspended for 6 months.
The impersonation he's doing.
God damn! They did drop the fucking hammer. 6 months. What do you think his face was? Yeah, your license is suspended for 6 months.
Ooh.
Oh, come on, baby. After initially being suspended for 6 months, he received a non-revocable suspension that is no longer allowed to be a judge in the state of Missouri.
All right.
Better pack my bags and go to Iowa.
Yeah, I really want to know. Did they pull him aside and they're like, "This is your final warning"? Like,
what happened? Well, yeah, they had to. This is seriously 100%. First off, yes, not to cut you off, 100%. They were like, you need to show up tomorrow with your fucking LensCrafter prescribed glasses and a regular robe like the rest of us. Hand to God. 7 gold rings in his hand. Hand to God, it's gonna happen, baby. I want to know how long.
I would have enjoyed to see his impersonation if I just went to court randomly over a petty dispute. I would have loved to see that. That would have made my whole court day. That would have been awesome, honestly. He needs to do like a Judge Judy thing. That would be awesome.
When was the switch and what happened?
Midlife. I bet you he got divorced.
Oh, you think so? Who was the only person there for him, Nick?
Elvis.
This guy's processing the trauma. He's sitting there and he's like this. Ooh. Sit with those, you know.
I like to think his wife got plowed by an Elvis impersonator.
Yeah.
So he.
Oh, mama.
I would say just be one of those people who marries people. Fuck the court system. Because people want the pageantry, and if you're trying to do that, just be like the Elvis guy that marries people in Vegas. Boom. If you're watching this, I don't know, did that work out? Or
there's your
maybe.
opportunity.
I'm not sure. 24-year-old Kyle Pala made waves online after a photo of him got the attention of Disney fans. He appeared to resemble the character Maui
Disney
from
fans,
Moana. The lookalike embraced this and began attending children's birthday parties, which is where things started to go south.
Uh-oh. I don't like the sound
According
of
to some,
that.
Kyle would accept deposits to attend elaborate children's birthday parties, only to not show up and just keep the money.
How stupid is that?
That's, I mean, you can't, I mean, what do you have to do? Hey.
Yeah.
Hey,
you're welcome.
Yeah,
I'm from Moana.
What can I say except you're 12 or whatever. Fucking.
You're
Even be like,
welcome.
I'm gonna be there for 30 minutes. I'm leaving. So what are we gonna do? Linger around forever? I'm gonna leave. Gotta catch a couple waves. I'll see you guys next time. What can I say? Yeah, and I walk off. Can't show up for 30 minutes. Come on, dude. One mother even claims that on the day of her daughter's birthday, Kyle texted her saying, and I quote, "My aunt is sick. She's in the hospital. She's not going to make it."
What is that accent?
Good God. God damn. The same day, the mother saw a Facebook post of him taking photos with people at Disneyland.
So he just had a better job.
I had a better gig. You know what?
Better opportunity.
Make those posts the day after. Maybe a week after. Well, how do you think he got to Disneyland? See, he needed that money. He needed the scratch to fucking get in there. He's like, so I can't, but I still, the deposit is non-refundable, but I promise I'll be here. She's like, well, okay, well, my daughter's birthday is. Okay, now, not.
I see. I just rain check. I'll come tomorrow.
Come next year. Her next birthday. She'll still love Moana. At some point, Paula was even kicked out of his parents' home, resulting in him crashing at one of the couple's residence.
What?
He stayed with one of the.
Why?
He's with one of the birthday people. That's where he's staying. Me got kicked out.
Moana need a bed.
Imagine he's just 24/7 in character the whole time. What can I say except I'm couch surfing?
Maui need bed.
Maui need bed. He was arrested after supposedly stealing $7,000 worth of jewelry from the family's home. Oh my God, this guy.
Jesus.
Although he confessed to many of his crimes, including this one, previously he changed his tone in court and pleaded not guilty. Actually, I didn't do that.
Yeah, that's definitely the lawyer telling
Yeah,
him.
you just did what? I told him I did all of it. Do not say that. 100% the lawyer's just like, what the fuck are you doing?
See, I wish this guy, the Elvis guy, was doing this case too.
Oh.
Yeah.
What a crazy thing that'd be. Two people singing back and forth at each other. What can I say except I'm sorry? That would be a nightmare to be in that jury.
No, that would be amazing. I
Have
would
you ever been in a
love
jury?
that.
I wanted to so bad, man. Oh, look at with a real juicy case.
My sister's been in it.
Really?
Yeah, I think killed him. Easy case. Murder.
Huh?
Easy.
So guilty, right? I think that people, when they go to the jury, they dream of, you guys aren't looking at the facts, or whatever, you know?
I'm afraid I'm going to accidentally.
I hope I never get jury duty. I never want to deal with that. That would be a nightmare situation for me. Too much socializing.
say something that's going to get me kicked off. They're probably going to ask me about my stomach and be like, I kind of have stomach problems.
No, they probably find out you're racist.
What? What?
Do you have racial biases? I think we all do. See, that's what I'm saying, is you would say something like that, where it's like, well, I don't know. I mean, I think that everyone's a little biased in their own way.
I took a class.
Like, cool.
I took a psychology class.
See, this part, they wouldn't even hear this part. So you can, this would be you on the way to your car, be like, I did take the psychology class, and turns out that we're all a little gay, we're all a little racist. Unconscious, want to suck cock, and unconscious, get uncomfortable.
Here, let me throw you one. When you think of a doctor, what do you think?
A beautiful white woman.
See, that's the twist, because most people would say a white man.
What do you think of when you think of a doctor?
Well, I'm gonna think actually Indians. I think doctors are.
Is that racist though? Indians are doctors,
but it's an unconscious bias. Your first thought goes to this.
I don't think that's a negative unconscious bias though. If I told you, who do you get scared around? If you're on a subway and you're frightened, who's next to you?
The guy with the knife.
Sure,
the rat.
God, all of this needs to be cut.
It was
As
not.
the story grew, old high school classmates started coming out and revealing that they loaned Kyle money only to never be paid back. He even promised some of them that he would get them access to Club 33, pretending he worked for Disney in order to swindle them in. What the fuck?
All I know about Club 33 is like extremely exclusive, isn't it? And very expensive. If the guy's couch surfing, I don't think he has access to Club 33 or whatever it was. I don't think he has access to that.
The place in Disney World? What? Okay.
It's like
The guys
it's like Michelin stars for Disneyland, or like Millionaires Disney restaurant. It's like the finest of the fine in Disneyland. The elite.
like a piece of shit, but also, of course, I'll tell you what, though, that's such a, man, what an easy scam that'd be. Disney adults, you look like the fucking guy outside, like, yeah, you're holding your surfboard. I could get you a new Club 33 if you give me $400. Easy peasy. Why wouldn't I? And you're on vacation, all that stuff. That'd be easy fucking money, man.
When are they gonna say, when they file a police report, they're gonna say cartoon characters stole money from you?
Yeah, The Rock's animated character stole money from me. All right. Well, do you think that? Do you think they're Disney World and shit? Do you think the police don't even? They're just like, there's a problem in Disney. They're like,
when isn't there?
Just wave it.
Disney police. I feel like they're
Disney has their own police.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they would be
I
pissed.
learned that
pretending to
recently.
be.
Oh yeah.
One of them.
They have their own police.
What you'd have to do to do that scam is that the Maui guy, whatever, or the Moana guy, he would have to do it off of property, but be like, it's close enough to where it's like, oh, people are like the gas station nearby. We're doing a promotional thing. I think that we can easily say Kyle is in the echelon of worst people that we've ever talked about on this. That's kind of a historical moment. What an insufferable person.
That's the worst you've talked about?
I mean, there's some horrible people. This is a scumbag.
Yeah, I
You're a
don't
murderer.
I don't know if he's among the worst.
Saying up there, it's been a while since it's been that moved. Darius McCollum, born in 1965, is an autistic man from Brooklyn that developed a lifelong obsession with trains, buses, and many other forms of public transit. His passion for them was so intense that he supposedly memorized the entire New York subway map by the age of 8 years old. Which,
nice.
I mean, put up a fucking picture of a New York subway map at 8. Despite this, he was repeatedly rejected when trying to get a job with the Metropolitan Transportation Authority, the MTA. His run-ins with the law started at age 15 when he convinced a subway driver to let him take over during a ride to the World Trade Center.
But 9/11 was a national tragedy.
Over time, he began routinely finding ways to carry out public transit rides and maintenance despite never being employed in the field. Those who have witnessed this, however, claim that he was always polite and friendly. But regardless, posters warning to look out for Darius would appear throughout train stations, and this wouldn't stop the train junkie. Who
why not just give him a job? If he's nice and qualified, why not give him a job?
Would appear throughout train stations, and this wouldn't stop the train junkie, who would often successfully impersonate transit workers in order to drive buses and subway trains, all while adhering to the proper procedures required by an actual employed driver. The guy knew what he was doing.
Well, why don't they give him a job?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Is it a thing where, well, there's a couple of reasons. One, is it because the way that he presents himself, being an autistic guy, is his just social cues are weird. Almost, so this is also, he's 15, so we're talking, it's in the 80s. So, I mean, the person's like, why is he talking like that? I don't like him. What the fuck is this? Yeah, speak normal. That kind of thing. This would become a fascinating pattern for Darius. One, where he would serve time in prison, only to eventually leave, get caught for the same crime, and be sent right back after. How long are you in prison for? Well, I guess if you're dealing with people that are riding the train, well, the motherfucker knows what he's doing. What's he doing? He's been charged for impersonation on multiple occasions, as well as trespassing on restricted parts of the subway station.
Give him a job.
Own MTA gear. And by 2010, Darius saw that the driver of a bus in New Jersey left the keys in the ignition, leading to a 2-hour joyride and eventual arrest. The police officers involved claimed he was very intelligent and acted like a gentleman during the entire confrontation. A similar crime was committed in 2015 when he stole and rode a Greyhound bus for 2 hours before being arrested again. While held in the station house, he excitedly told detectives, "I'm stealing a plane next." See, there's an autistic social cue where you're like, keep that in your mind, buddy. Lock that
Don't
tight.
say
After
that.
racking up 30
Don't say
arrests, commandeering an estimated 5,000 transportation vehicles, and then spending about a third of his life behind bars, it was decided that Darius would be moved to a secure psychiatric center in 2018.
Give him a job.
Give him a
Just let the guy
job.
drive a bus. The thing too is like in none of these cases did he ever endanger anyone. What is the MTA? Let's email him. Let's email unmask. Why wasn't Darius allowed a job? We should ask for a reason. There's got to be something out there.
What? What did this say?
None of these cases did he ever endanger anyone. Why?
Main reason, his criminal record, specifically the joyriding when he was 15.
What is the MTA? Let's email him.
His first arrest at 15 prevents him from getting a job like that ever. Aww.
Let's email unmask. Why wasn't Darius
Especially sad when you consider he escaped to the subway so often because he got bullied and eventually stabbed at school.
allowed a job? We should ask for a reason. There's got to be something out there. Despite Darius's defense attorney's best
Holy.
efforts, she fears that he may never be released and given proper treatment.
Aww.
I'm sad now.
I did not know it was going to turn out this way. He needs a fully decked out bus simulator.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
How
give
did
him
I
a simulator.
Oh my god. If you just put it in his apartment, have the city pay for it. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Him with a steering wheel, and you can do all the simulators. Give him fucking 3 rigs. I honestly feel
give
safer
him
with
one
him
of
out in the
those.
streets
Hell
driving
yeah.
the goddamn buses. You know? The amount of drivers I've been on a couple buses and I've been to New York a couple times. These motherfuckers look like they're having a good time.
No, they're in it for the money. Darius is in
The
it for
passion, the sheer
Yeah.
passion. He's like the other guy. People who love trains, man. You got to get the utmost respect.
We should start a GoFundMe to bail him out, pay his bail.
We should fucking buy him some rigs.
Give him a
If they, Would they
job.
even allow that? They probably wouldn't have allowed it in. And if they did, someone would probably fuck with it. I don't trust it. See all those goons that work up there at a psychiatric center? Yeah, Darius, we'll be quick. And see, that's when the violence would happen. We can't do it next. It would cause violence.
Oh, I say that's justifiable violence from Darius. If they're touching his rig and it was for him,
Start note to him. Dear Darius, you have been wrongfully brought to this psychiatric center. So we're gifting you 3 $7,000 gaming rigs. I hope, and then parentheses, I hope you know how to set this up.
P.S. check under the seat.
And then P.S. check under the seat. And there's a shiv. It says P.S.S. If anyone touches this besides you, hurt them. Love, P.M. What the heck is this? What is it? Can you imagine? What is he? He's in his 60s. He's in his 60s. You're like, hey, set up 3 full simulation rigs. I don't know how to do that. You know, they're not gonna help him out there. They're gonna give him some pills. Here, Darius. Here's some suppression pills so you don't think about trains today, because that's such a crime.
Yeah, what the? I'm getting pissed off.
After 9/11, Darius was taken out of prison to help the police and find security vulnerabilities in the New York subway. It was concluded and ensured that he knew too much. Subsequently, he was put into maximum security prison into solitary confinement for an unspecified amount of time. So he would have been too good at his job, is what they're saying. He was too good at being a bus driver, a subway driver. He was too good. They had to put him away. Jesus, what the fuck?
Answers. I
Did
want
Darius
answers.
kill someone? Because why is
After being released from solitary confinement into the prison itself, Darius had to attempt so he could be transferred to escape constant physical assault from his cellmates. Oh.
he behind bars?
I feel like, you know what? We should fact check this, because I have a feeling that if there's something that's
No
missing,
crimes.
then we're gonna look like assholes.
As of 2025, Darius was moved to facility for nonviolent offenders. Just release him. He can be sent letters and books through Michael John Carley. Give that man some books on trains. Give that man some books on trains, subway, all that stuff.
In 2025, workers at a government office noticed something
Give
was
him a
off about
job.
82-year-old fucking Godzilla D'Angelo, whatever the fuck her name is. When she came in to renew her government ID, the worker noticed that the woman was wearing a ton of makeup and had very masculine features, including a thick neck and a low voice. Beat me over my ID.
Mrs. Godzilla?
Mrs. Godzilla, you shouldn't be in for 2 more months.
What in the papers, please?
That edit looks fucking stupid, then don't do it. Concerned that something was wrong, she called the police to conduct a wellness check, and what followed was truly, it was unthinkable, my friends. When police arrived at the home, they found Godzilla mummified.
She's dead, and her son probably pretended to be her. That's my guess.
Inside a fucking sleeping bag. She had clearly died long before discovery, but her son never reported it and instead chose to impersonate her to collect her hefty pension check. According to reports, the mother was receiving about $61,000 a year for her pension at 3 properties she owned, and her unemployed son pretended to be her during official appointments so he could continue collecting the money long after she had died. And an autopsy was conducted on the mother and concluded that she had died of natural causes. Following the report, the son was quickly arrested and charged with illegally concealing a body and benefit fraud. Which, this whole thing with the photo, I mean, like, you know, they're saying low voice, so I get it. They're pretty close. I have a feeling someone's just like, you know, you look just like your mom. Look just like your mom. And he's like, I do? Is it Italian? What is Italian for I do?
Close to porque. It's close to Spanish.
Oh, that's Spanish. Hey, for real? What is it?
Every time I went to the bank as a child, they always said I looked like my parents.
You do. You look just like your mom.
I've I've always been told that I look like my dad, and I just don't. I don't see the similarities. Like whenever I see like people who are related to each other, I can never see the similarities. So I never understand that. People say that I have my dad's like nose, but no one says I look like anyone else in the family. Just him. I don't get it. I don't think we look similar at all.
You're actually a perfect blend. You look a little more like your mom than your dad, but you're a perfect blend.
People think I look like the guy from Green Day, Billy Joe Armstrong.
You don't look at
I don't see it.
Count Dante, real name John Keehan, became obsessed with martial arts in the 1950s. After coming back from the Marines, he began taking classes and even trained under Robert Trias, a well-respected karate master. Robert Trias was a pioneer of karate in the U.S., and together with Keehan, helped run the United States Karate Association, the USKA. And in 1964, when Keehan was 25, however, he was expelled from the newly formed group for his controversial thoughts on proper training and competition rules.
That a lion?
The John Keehan changed his name to Count Juan Rafael Dante in order to completely alter his reputation. He lied and told people he was descendant of Spanish Civil War refugees. He would also begin wearing a red velvet cape and walking around with a golden cane adorned with a lion's head on top.
Huh?
To be fair, it's the 60s. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's fucking crazy, but kids began seeing Count Dante's ads in the back of comic books for his new dojo, the Black Dragon Fighting Society. And in them, he would call himself the deadliest man alive. In it, he advertised secret techniques like the Death Touch, which supposedly kill an opponent in a single movement. People would even spend $5 to be mailed a manual on his secret techniques. Dante was also known as a charmer, which paired well with his incredible ability to fabricate stories about himself and his abilities. Because he also happened to be skilled in martial arts, many people believed he was dangerous as he claimed. He also had a shocking amount of connections with some pretty well-off people thanks to his side gig as a hairdresser. Apparently, he wasn't half bad and even had some rather rich clients with Hugh Hefner. Huh? Playboy. Dante's lines extended far and wide. According to him, he beat various opponents in death matches throughout Thailand and China. He could single-handedly defeat a bull with one swift blow. Dante had 2 dojos that he was running, and his name was getting around town due to his elaborate promotions and made-up stories. Although things were going quite well for Count Dante, a catastrophic event would drastically change his life. In 1970, Count Dante and his partner, the second deadliest man alive, Doug Dwyer, drunkenly decided to throw a stick of dynamite through the window of a rival dojo, the Green Dragon Society. They actually went through this plan, but the bomb didn't explode, and they were arrested for the attempted arson. The rivalry did not subside, and they later assembled students to attack the Green Dragons, who anticipated the attack were prepared with Chinese weaponry. This is real life.
That is a crazy
This is not a boot. This sounds like the Karate Kid. This is a real thing that happened. Just putting that out there.
I feel like you don't hear about rivalries like that anymore. You don't hear about that anymore. Holy.
Was broken up by police, but not early enough. Count Dante's best student and close friend Jim Koncevic was killed in the fight, and he was stabbed in the side by a Chinese sword. Dante later made dubious claims about how he took down several green dragons in the battle, even stating that he had some of their eyes pulled out of their sockets. By some stroke of luck, the case was dismissed due to its sheer absurdity. However, Count Dante's reputation was destroyed, and at the end of the day, he knew that he was responsible for the needless death of a good friend. The man that used to be obsessed with his notoriety later told reporters that he simply wanted everyone to forget about him because of what he had done. He became an alcoholic, abused pills, and even got involved with a mob for some time. And after a continued downward spiral, he suffered a hemorrhage from a bleeding ulcer in his intestines and died in his sleep in 1975. Is that not one of the wildest things?
I was gonna say, yeah, that's straight up out of a movie.
It's a goddamn movie. It's had to have had a film adaptation. Editor? There it is. It can be enticing to play the role of someone else. Hell, I like doing it all the time. Not only is it sometimes financially beneficial, but it can often fast track you to being respected by your peers if you're convincing enough. But at the end of the day, none of that is real. It's far safer and far more rewarding to get there on your own rather than keep up with a convoluted lie that might put you in serious trouble. So, for all the LARPers out there, have fun while you can, but watch out who you LARP, because it might be the last.
Yeah, don't LARP me.